Hi guys, it's Alwonza here, and I want to say, as you see right there in the text in the title, it says eating to survive is a lie. It is. Because you eat every single day and yet you die. If you reach 90 and you go into hospice and they're just like, oh, she stopped eating, she's gonna die. Either dementia or Alzheimer or whatever age, she just stopped eating, so she died. But you've been eating for 90 years. You stop for 2 days and now you're going to die, right? It's the power that you give those words. It's the power and the strength that you give and believe food. You believe that eating food is what's going to keep you alive. But yet, when you starve or miss a food, you be like, oh, I'm dying. I'm so hungry. I'm going to die. I feel like I'm going to die. These are the words that you were speaking. Food was created to be enjoyed, not for survival. You're not supposed to be, you're eating and consuming, and yet in the process, what is changing? For some people, it's hard to fast because they believe that if they fast, they're going to die. They do a day, a couple of hours, 3 days, and they're like, oh, I just can't go anymore because I'm going to die. Because you give the power to food, too much power, too much weight on it. So when I say that eating to survive is a lie, it is. It's your mindset. What power have you given to food? Like, food is so overrated. Yes, it tastes good. Yes, it's to be enjoyed, but it is not a survival tactic. I guarantee you that. If you can just get that in your head, and then that you have given food power over your life. So your body begins to speak to you and say, hey, I haven't eaten. You haven't eaten all day. Go eat. Or around lunchtime because you're out of business or you're working and it's like, hey, it's lunchtime. Take my lunch. Go eat. Who says you have to go eat? Matthew 4:4 tells us that man shall not live by bread alone. You shall not live by food alone. So you need to figure out what other factor in life is to keep you alive, to sustain you. And what is it? Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God. And the word that proceeds out of the mouth of God are the words that you speak, the words that if the trees are speaking, the children are speaking, whatever God is speaking and whoever he's using. He may be using food to speak to you. He may be using the streets, the sidewalks, the cars. Everything has a voice. God can use what he wants to use. So if you're missing him and you're starving, you're literally walking dead, man, because you're not living off the words that God has spoken. And you think that you are living because you're eating 3 meals a day. Oh my gosh. And then, those who overeat, went through a season and just eat, or still in that season and just eating. And now it's outwardly manifested that your flesh has more control over you because you're clearly a fat person. Now you're fat. And now you're like, oh, I want to lose weight and I can't because you're like, oh, I'm going to change the way I eat. Therefore, I should lose weight because I'm not eating the certain foods. Come on, you can, it's a mindset. You can lose weight eating the same diet, eating the same thing. It's just the power that you give the food. Who says you have to change the way you eat to lose weight? Someone said that now it's a whole thing moving around the world. Oh, I got to eat rabbit food to lose weight. No, you eat rabbit food, poop out all of that weight and food that you've been eating over and over. And now you think you done lost some pounds. All you did was just poop because you're not putting all those heavy foods in your belly. All you did was just drink more water and it runs through you, right? So you think, oh my goodness, now all the water weight is gone. You don't even know it's water weight. It's just ignorance. You're just following another pattern, doing another New Year's resolution, and you don't have no background, no foundation with it. And guess what? You've given so much power to food that your flesh and your belly starts to speak louder than any other voice. And then when it's time to silence every other voice and listen only to God, that voice of food is still there. Oh, I have to eat. Oh, I have to eat. Oh, as soon as you finish praying, you go eat. Oh my gosh. Food is so overrated, people. Food is overrated. You do not need food to live. You don't. You don't need to eat to live. It's a lie. It's a lie. You don't. There are people, anorexics out there living 30, 40 years as an anorexic and barely eating anything and surviving. There are people who are spend years continuously fasting and are living every single day. But you or someone you know is consuming food 3, 4, 5 times a day, snacks in between meals and everything, and yet you are dying. You have more issues. Death comes in. You want to know how sickness gets in? Because of food. It's a gateway. Sickness enters through food. It is a gateway. It's just sickness enters through a mindset because your mama had it, your daddy had it, and your granddaddy had it. Now you think you're going to have it in the mighty name of Jesus. When are you going to stop? Take responsibility and say, hey, this is a lie. Food is overrated. Don't give it so much power. Take the power back from food. You don't need food to live and survive, and you definitely don't need food. Use your body and your flesh, and the spirit world is using that power that you have given into food and is controlling your life. Right now, as of this moment, under the voice that you hear right now in your ear, that voice of food is silenced. I bind it in the mighty name of Jesus, and it is loose from you. It is gone. He is there no more. So if you decide to go and eat something out of habit, then you need to find a new habit. You need to do something else, because food, I just revoked its power in your life. There is no more power of food in your life. He is silenced. He is shut up. Continue to eat and do what you like doing, but guess what? That weight will come off and you haven't done anything. You go and exercise for what? It profits little. So that little is that what you get at the beginning that you think, and all you did was pooped it out, and you think you done lost some weight. You think you done did some exercising. It doesn't take all that. Not saying you don't have to go exercise, but hey, if you are using that money for a membership, then by all means, start sowing a seed into somebody, giving it to a church, a foundation, increase your offering and your seeds. I'm telling you, put it somewhere to where it's going to return on your investment. I don't know what the return on investments are in the gym life, but if it works for you, try something different. Food is overrated. And this is from yours truly, Pastor A, signing out.